What's up, y'all? I wanted to make this quick video. AJ Lee is finally back. Finally, AJ has come back to Chicago. Yeah, shout out to AJ Lee. Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was hoping she would come back because I was hoping I wanted to see a riot because that way Triple H would have got fired. But nah, she came back. But that's crazy that AJ Lee got that pop and already is touching 2 million views. Congratulations for SmackDown. I'm glad SmackDown got their viewership. Now the question is, will they continue that? Probably not. But if AJ Lee come to Smack, see, that's a good thing too. You know what would be cool? Why would you have AJ Lee and CM Punk at SmackDown? But then I thought about it. I'm like, well, they kind of need some. Well, they kind of need some pop and on Monday Night Raw. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. This pop is gonna outshine Alexa Bliss's pop when she came back at the Royal Rumble, which is sad because Alexa Bliss deserves a bigger pop. But after what we've been seeing for the past couple of months with her, I expect nothing. Like I said, we could have had a good rivalry with her and Liv Morgan, but they messed that up. So now she's teaming up with Charlotte, and the reign right now is just not looking good. Notice how Charlotte and Alexa didn't even show up tonight, and if they did, I didn't see them. So it's like I didn't even think about it. See, I didn't even watch the full episode. The only thing I watched was just the return of AJ Lee. That's it. I didn't even watch the John Cena match or Brock Lesnar coming out. I personally didn't give a fuck about that. I think we all didn't. I think we all just wanted to see AJ Lee. That's it. We didn't really give a damn about everything else. Yeah, we really didn't. Even when John Cena was wrestling Sami Zayn, notice how that shit moving slow while AJ Lee coming back was moving fast. Now that she's back, I don't know if she's working full time. But whatever money they paying her, I doubt it's part-time. But I'm going to just say this, right? I'm going to just say this. There's some people, two things. There's some people that are looking at Tony Khan like he a dumbass because you let go of CM Punk when you know he was bringing you viewership. I mean, look, look, the past is the past. CM Punk doing his thing over there, but let's be honest, CM Punk don't really bring views. His wife does. So, bringing AJ Lee back was definitely a shock factor, absolutely. But the question is, will she continue to bring millions and millions of views no matter where she go, whether it's Raw, NXT, or SmackDown? I think for the next 2 months she will, but once those months are done, and then John Cena leaves, and then and I think you're either gonna have to rely on her for views, or you're just gonna have to rely on Roman. AJ Lee and Roman Reigns are going to be the ones that's going to bring you views versus everybody else not like that. And I know Liv Morgan's probably going to think she's going to get a bigger pop, but nope. Liv, that pop going to be in third place. And it's mainly because people wanted to see AJ Lee and Alexa Bliss, not you. Now some people, I'll say half of the audience want to see Liv Morgan, but will her pop get big? I mean, it just depends because, like I said, we know Liv Morgan's coming back next year. So, honestly, can we really expect a pop? I mean, yeah, because it's going to be at Saudi Arabia, but when she come back to America, it's a very different tune. So, and if she does come back, the question is like, are we really excited to see Liv Morgan? I don't know. I mean, Leo says that she's going to be a bigger baby face. I have to disagree because she's still at that place where she's pointing a finger at somebody else and not herself. I think people that are smart will know that lack of accountability is going to hold Liv Morgan back from becoming a babyface. And here's the part that I'm very concerned about. And we'll get to AEW later, but the part that I'm very concerned about is now that AJ Lee is back, is there a possibility we could get Dom and Roxanne to team up to go against AJ Lee and CM Punk, knowing they still got a beef with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch? You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to get, because some people are still trying to push Liv and Dom to go against AJ Lee and Punk, but I'm like, they're a fake ass couple. You can't you can't have fakery go against reality. It's just not gonna work. Okay? I mean, it ain't gonna work. People are looking forward to this match because AJ Lee just came back, and these are real couples, married couples going against each other. I don't think them going against Liv and Dom is gonna sell. I just don't think so. It might give them a bigger look, but not that much. Especially when the clout dries up. So I would rather see Dom and Roxanne go against them, because here's the thing. Liv Morgan doesn't have a connection with AJ Lee. She's trying to be like AJ Lee, but you're more like trying to be like Lita, because you're trying to take the whole route. You're trying to be a thought for Dom. AJ Lee is not a thought. She's a married woman. She's a wife. You're neither one of those things. I think Dominic Mysterio, because Dom got beef with Punk, so obviously they're going to have to face each other eventually. But the question is, who is going to be by his ring? Who's going to be by his corner? Is it going to be Roxanne or is it going to be Liv? I pick Roxanne because they have a connect. Okay? Roxanne has a connect with AJ Lee. They talk behind the scenes. They connect on the phone. Like they have a connection. They have chemistry. So their ring work ain't gonna be that bad. But the thing is, because that's the thing. Like, Liv Morgan doesn't have no connection with AJ Lee. I understand she want to face her, and down the road you will. But to face her but as far as you facing her next year, I listen. They still gonna be beefing with the Vision. So what? We're gonna get the Vision and the Judgment Day to go against each other, and then Punk get involved? I'm not with that shit. Come on, man. Like I said, I'm not with that shit. Like I said, yeah, I know Liv Morgan got the popularity status, but not as big as Rhea Ripley, not as big as Io Sky, not as big as the women that we saw. Like, now Stephanie Valkyria and Nikki Bella, they gotta work that shit. They gotta work on that, because Nikki kind of lost her points due to that divorce. But Stephanie, she just getting started. So it's just like, I'm not going to settle for that. I mean, like I said, Liv Morgan shouldn't even be facing AJ Lee until the breakup happens. You know what I mean? But then again, WWE is just doing whatever it takes to get ratings. But I'm like, Liv and Dom is not going to bring you no ratings, sir. Okay? AJ Lee and CM Punk going against the Vision makes a lot of sense. Okay? You do not need to be face. And plus, if you want Liv Morgan to be babyface, why is she going up against a babyface? Is she still heel? Because the crowd gonna cheer for AJ Lee. They ain't gonna cheer for Liv Morgan. They're gonna boo her ass. So why even push that narrative? If you know what I'm saying? If she's still with Dom, they're gonna still be heel. They're still gonna be heel. Because the crowd gotta choose. It's either AJ Lee or Liv Morgan, and guess who they gonna choose? AJ Lee. They're not gonna choose Liv Morgan. Because it's like, no, we brought her for AJ Lee. She's been gone for 10 years. You've only been gone for 6 months. That makes no sense. Why would I cheer for you when I know your ass gonna come back? Everybody keeps saying you coming back, so why would I cheer for you? Oh, because Dom going this way? It don't matter. Oh, because you betrayed Raquel? It don't matter. It don't matter. We want AJ Lee, and that's what the crowd wants. So I just hope that AJ Lee and CM Punk just focus on the Vision and keep the Judgment Day out of it. But I did hear rumors that the Vision's going to be beefing with the Judgment Day. But I'm like, okay, when is that happening? Because they got 3 women in their roster. Now, they're going to kick out Liv Morgan, don't get me wrong. But I'm just like, but are you going to kick out Finn too? Because you need to kick out Finn. Because he's the part of the problem. Both of them are. So kick both of them out. You could do it. Like I said, we'll side with Dom if he kicked both of them out. What if we get Finn Balor and Liv Morgan against AJ Lee and CM Punk? At least they're veterans in the game. You know? I mean, I know some of y'all going to say, well, Dominic Mysterio's a veteran too. No, Finn Balor been here longer than Dom has. You know, same with Liv Morgan. I mean, come on, man. So, y'all, unfortunately, I got to go, but y'all comment down below, let me know, what do you guys want? Do you want Roxanne and Dom going against AJ Lee and CM Punk next year or this year, or do you want to see AJ Lee and Punk just stick with division and keep going back and forth until WrestleMania? Or do y'all want to see Liv and Dom go against Punk and AJ Lee before they break up? All I ask for is that I just hope that AJ Lee don't be part of their breakup, because I don't want to see her, make up with Dom, because it's like, no, don't do that. All right, AJ, just please stay out of this. All right. Now, but then I thought about it. I'm like, but then the promos will be good, because then AJ Lee could shut Liv Morgan down anytime she talks crazy on the mic. So then I thought about it. I'm like, I mean, at least the promos will be good. I mean, at least AJ Lee will have the crowd by her side, and then Liv Morgan will get some boos. Yeah, it's interesting. I'll say it like that. It's interesting. But if we can get, but if we're going to get that, I still think that we need a process of the breakup. Because the Judgment Day should not be going against a team that's not supposed to be a team. So if you're going to do that, keep the Judgment Day out of it and keep the Vision out of it, because I do not want to see Liv and Dom team up with AJ Lee and CM Punk. Punk and Dom do not get along, and they rather face each other than team up with each other. Okay? So if anything, let's leave that alone, all right, please. Let's leave that alone. But then I thought, like I said, I have a problem with it, but then at the same time I'm looking into it and I'm like, well, it's not that bad. At least AJ will cut a good promo and shut Liv Morgan up. And then maybe they could do something where Dom gets uncomfortable because Liv is trying so hard to be, his girlfriend, but it's like, Dom's uncomfortable because it's like, he has a wife back at home. This is too much. You know what I'm saying? Like Shawty will be trying too hard. I think that would be really cool if they did something where they do that. They do something like that with some drama scenes. Like there's some back and forth. There's some attention with the men, to the point where there's some attention with the women. Like, I think that would be good, because then that way the rivalry will be much interesting. So if they do something like that to where it leads to a breakup because Dom sees that Liv is trying too hard to try to be a slut for him, and he ain't fucking with that because it's like too much, then yeah, we could get somewhere with that. We can get somewhere with that. But I still don't want to see it. But if they do push something like that, then make it interesting with some drama, okay? Because Punk and Dom don't get along. So if we could get some attention with them and attention with the women, I mean, I guess we can tune in. But just know if they ever face each other, you already know who's gonna win. It's AJ Lee and CM Punk. Even if Roxanne and Dom team up, AJ Lee and CM Punk. There you go. So get in the comment box. Let me know what y'all think about that. And let me know what y'all think about her return. All right. Comment down below. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll see y'all in the next video. All right. I'm out. Oh, and by the way, be on the lookout for the reaction video of the 8 women tag team match from AEW Collision. I'm gonna try to drop it tomorrow. So just want to let y'all know, all right? I'm out.